PLS to me has been that particular innovative strategy that is timely and also necessary in countering, or rather in fostering, public interest litigation. For a long time, civil society organizations have been using, civil society organization litigants and of course policymakers have been using traditional means around policy influencing. But PLS, founded on the lived experience part, comes in to really embody public interest litigation by sharing lived experience of communities around different sections of the law or the law in its totality. I strongly believe as a Latin Africa that PLS is a timely strategy that then we can use as organizations, most of queer-led organizations, to repeal Section 162 or 165 because it offers some strategies around speaking to the lived realities of queer persons around the same penal code, Section 162 and 165. It is a pre-colonial law, so we do know that PLS can be subjected to it because it's been there over 60 plus years. We also understand as an organization that, of course, a law can only be subjected to PLS if it's existed before, or let's say 2-3 years. And these particular strategies are timely because they also speak to different processes that are existing even right now, because the Kenyan Penal Code, Section 162, 165 is currently in court, currently at the Court of Appeal, awaiting the court declaration on the subject.
The reason why we are focusing on this now is because of the growing recognition both internationally and locally on these laws that continue to impede on the rights of the LGBTIQ persons living within Kenya and the African countries at large. We have seen a growing trend of African countries, our legislators, coming up with laws, enacting laws that kind of limit or actually ban the existence of the LGBTIQ community. And as such, this scrutiny seeks to look into the effects of what these laws mean for the citizens of a country, especially Kenya. We have an impending, I would say, bill that is still somewhere within our parliament process. And we can only not dream of what it will mean for us when this bill is passed into a law. Even though with actual prosecutions are very limited, we are seeing a growing trend of fear to just live, to just exist, to seek services, to identify, to seek perhaps name change. We are seeing a growing fear, uncertainty of what the world holds tomorrow, what our country means tomorrow for LGBTIQ persons.
PLS is a new concept that was introduced to us, and the reason why we chose to do post-legislative scrutiny on the Penal Code 162 and 165 is because it has a huge impact on the community that we work with. And one of the impact looks like access to services. And by services, I don't mean just public, but also private, which look like medical services. And the reason why we chose to do this is because also the impact of this penal code is not widely known within the community, or also the decision makers and the right holders are not able to quantify the impact of this specific penal code. And so we decided to look at it. Even if there are some works that have been widely done around it, we decided to still go ahead and do some bit of assessment to see, first of all, what people know about it, and also how they are impacted by it. And so we came together as three organizations and decided to do it together because it's a general issue that is, affecting all of us. And within the processes on how post-legislative scrutiny is were done is also a skill that we got to learn. And so how mostly we are going to also utilize what we've been able to learn is by looking at some of the policies and, policies, bills, and let me say documented legal documents that are affecting how the community and how individuals within our communities work.
It has been an eye-opening process in terms of appreciating the requirements of the post-legislative scrutiny, mapping out the stakeholders who shall be key and pertinent in terms of ensuring that the process is a success. We have been able to successfully identify the stakeholders who are our allies and those who would oppose our ideology, and the process has so far been great. We are hopeful that at the end of it all, we shall be able to engage with the National Assembly in a bid to have Section 162 and 165 of the Penal Code repealed once and for all, since the same is archaic. It does not serve the needs and purpose of the society that we live in today. So far, we have managed to map out a monitoring and evaluation tool to enable us engage with the stakeholders in a constructive manner, in a manner that would enable the members of the community be protected and not be subjected to harassment based on those two specific sections.
We can only hope that the findings of our PLS process will be able to spark relevant conversations, and ultimately we aim to see if the oppressive sections of the Penal Code could be repealed or looked into for a more justice and fair world for us to live in.
So to us, we continue appreciating Kaleidoscope Trust and of course the back funders for enabling Talent Africa, Lake Regional Women Rights Organization, LEHA, to really pilot this in Kenya.